To mark my 6,000 subscriber milestone recently, my contact at the Elegoo team, Muriel, has kindly sent me 2 of these basic starter kits to give away for a lucky subscriber on my channel. And pay attention and watch to the end, because there'll be a simple question that you can answer and put your comment down below, and then we'll select 2 lucky people at random to receive these kits. What are you going to get then in the basic starter kit? In true Elegoo style, good detailed pictures of all the components in case this is your first time. A useful list of contacts for any questions that you may have. USB cable, Arduino board itself, very neat. A whole bunch of connecting wires, your resistors, miscellaneous components, multitude of LEDs, breakout board, more connections, and in the bottom here a CD which contains all of the documentation that you need, and also download links for tutorials and any updates that may come along. Let's now then load this onto our PC and take a look at some of the introductory projects that we can do. Here we can see the contents of the supplied CD, and it encompasses the data sheets and then the code and descriptions in German, English, Spanish, French, Italian, Russian and Chinese. There is also a document about how to install the driver if you need to do that. It may happen automatically. Looking then at the English section, we've got the description and then we have the code. I've elected to run this example here with all the pretty flashing lights on it. Going then to the documentation, this is very thorough indeed. I will skip through the first part of it, which is really to do with setting up the development environment for the Arduino, the IDE, and I've already covered that. Look at the top of the screen, there is a link to my playlist on the Elegoo Most Complete Starter Kit, and that covers the same information. Moving on then, we're going to be looking at Lesson 8, the LED driver, using the 74HC595 chip, which is a serial to parallel converter. This then takes the load off of the Arduino in driving the LEDs. You just send serial data to it and it will switch on the appropriate LED. There is a description of all the components that are required for this particular example, and a good description of how the shift register works. Here's the schematic and their diagram. Not surprisingly then, here is my layout, which is the same. Note that in the wiring they help us out yet again by having the identification of all the analog inputs and the power connections here to help you. Even an original Arduino just has blank connectors there, so that's a really nice touch. Looking then at the sketch itself, it's nicely commented so you can see what all of the commands are doing here. We have a delay, the latch, clock and data pins for the shift register, the 74HC595, remember, and we have a void to update the data in the shift register. Set up here just defining the pins as outputs, and then in our loop it's going to sequence through each of the LEDs, turning them on and off in sequence. And it's a lot easier to actually see that in practice than to try and describe it. So let's, without further ado, connect the board up. It has the sketch loaded, and there hopefully you can see, it's very bright, the sequencing of the LEDs. So a really neat little circuit. And so then to the competition. To be eligible for this competition, to win the starter kit, you will need to be a subscriber to my channel and also follow on Twitter the official Elegoo account. A question then. This is the brains of the LED driver, the 74HC595. What is its function in the circuit? Leave a comment below with your answer, and provided that you've subscribed and followed Elegoo Official, you may be the lucky winner. Good luck!